Welcome, traveler. You have entered a realm of adventure. Prepare yourself for tales from beyond the dice.
Welcome back to Beyond the Dice. And Beyond the Dice is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a cyberpunk city called New Etica, but unfortunately, we're not playing Dungeons & Dragons today, and it won't be taking place in New Etica. We will be playing the wonderful game called DURANCE. DURANCE is a role-playing game from the designer Jason Morningstar, author of the award-winning game Fiasco. Now, DURANCE is a fast-paced, low-prep, highly collaborative game designed for about 3 to 5 people, and 1 or more sessions of play. It includes an engaging and detailed science fiction setting. You can find DURANCE in your local gaming store, as well as a PDF version on DriveThruRPG. If you want to learn more about DURANCE, head over to bullypulpitgames.com. That is BULLYPULPIT games.com. The great thing about it is it's not as hard to learn as some RPGs. It's sort of a quick game that you can throw together. There are some quick play cards and some surveyor cards that you can download as a part of the PDF package. It really helps set the game up quickly. Yeah, if you like science fiction, if you like to role play and sometimes just yell at your friends, check out DURANCE. And with me, we have
Benjamin Craig
and Levi Graham.
That was an odd pause. What, were you going to name your own players, or?
I was. I'm Levi and I play Ed.
No, I asked that and I was told no.
I'm Peter. I don't give away my last name.
I am T-Dog.
Alright, and so, like I said before, we're playing DURANCE. As you've heard earlier, we have picked our planet, or we've randomly generated our planet, we've randomly generated our colony, and we have picked our drive for control. Everyone has selected their notables on the authority side and the convict side. They have also chosen oaths for each other. We've discussed a little bit about the planet and the colony to sort of thicken things up a little. And how we'll begin this game of DURANCE, the actual roleplay section of it, is by asking a question. Now, I'll begin that to sort of lead everybody. So, first off, I would like to know how Frederick von Straub, the Dimber Damber, I should say, reacts when Wendy Atkin tells him that Shab Manon, who is a lag, who once was a Marine, who works under the Dimber Damber, has been judged for her crimes and is now sentenced to the burning pit. So, we have this scene of Wendy Atkin and Frederick von Straub meeting in a meeting place. Let's say that because this planet is really mountainous, right? We figured that out. So let's say that this,
and it's got a jungle that reaches into the atmosphere.
A jungle,
didn't it say like the peak, one of the mountains, one of the huge equatorial jungles on a mountain reaches almost into the stratosphere?
Just the peak
No,
of
just the mountain.
just the mountain.
Oh, just the peak. Well, I assume there's a jungle.
You have jungle on the mind because there's dinosaurs, but I would like there not to be a jungle. Yeah.
Okay, no jungle.
Because these are subterranean lizards, so they live underground.
Weighing in as the planter, there's not enough water on the surface, so I grow mushrooms. Just all the shrooms.
Oh, okay, I like it.
I think that Wendy and Frederick, the Dimber Damber and the governor are meeting in this location that's on the side of a cliff. It's a specially built structure. It was once a silo, like an old grain silo, a grain silo that they brought with them, to harvest grains and corn and stuff like that. But since there's no place to actually grow such vegetables, it's being used for, this particular one is being used for a meeting place. And it's on the side of a cliff. So, go.
Governor, you've called me.
Oh, Frederick, it's too hot for this. Can we just get on with it?
Too hot for what? You called me here.
Oh, I think we know why we're here, don't we? Do we have to play games?
I guess not.
Shabmanon.
Yes. A great disappointment to my organization.
What do you mean? Great disappointment to my organization. An embarrassment.
Well, an embarrassment to both of us, it seems. I did not realize that she was so incompetent when I hired her.
Well, good help is hard to find on this hellhole.
Yes, I thought that being a soldier she may have had her wits about her, but she could not even keep it in the bottle.
Well, then this isn't going to upset you too much. Speaking of hellholes, that's exactly where I'm going to send her.
Pardon, my hearing aid is playing up. Can you repeat that?
Oh, gosh. I'm sending her to the center of the earth.
As a criminal, or are you reinstating her as a soldier?
As a criminal. She's going to do the run.
Good. And the hell pit, you say?
Yes, you know, lizards, water, all the rest.
Yes.
It's a ruse. No one ever comes back.
Well, no one comes back from the hell pit, at least.
No, well, you know, they're particularly large there. So I hear.
Yes, I hear that you like them particularly large.
Well, you can't spell Frederick without Dick.
Don't try to flatter me, Wendy.
All right. Alright, yeah, we'll stop.
Thank you.
So, we've decided that Shabmanon is terrible at whatever job she does, and she's being sent to the core to die. All right, so that's there. That's our first scene. Who has a question or a scene they want to pose?
I'm just saying I quite like that. That was very fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good. You both agreed to kill someone.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why you... I just went with it because I'm like, well, I don't understand why you're not happy with them.
What? I never tolerate incompetence.
Oh, okay. But what makes them inherently incompetent?
I said she couldn't keep it in the bottle. She was obviously a drunkard.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
And not in a way that made him money.
Yeah, exactly. A supreme disappointment to my business. I do believe I said.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
It was all just subtext. I'm sorry, Trav.
No, I got there eventually.
All right, anybody else have something?
I'm interested in the hard life of the planter. Perhaps there could be... What's your oath, Levi?
I will never pay for protection.
Yeah, I'm thinking some kind of standover. Like the abbot sends out one of the bolters to the mushroom farm for a little skimming off the top.
Okay, so maybe Wilton Cox?
Yeah, Wilton Cox heads out to the old mushroom farm, and I suppose I'm interested to see what happens when he tries to exact his share.
Is the mushroom farm in a biome?
It's underground, so kind of.
Okay.
Probably in some sort of cave or something like that? Cavern of some sort?
Now, if order and control is what is our driving force here, how likely is it that the convicts have any kind of protection rackets going in the subterranean realm?
I don't know. What do you think? You're the governor. Do you think that it's a normal thing?
I think I'm aware it happens.
Yeah.
I would like...
Or authority, does the governor or Marines or whatever, do they basically have taxes of some sort? Or, are they basically doing the same thing and now the convicts are muscling in on their territory? Is that what's happening?
And I would like at some point when the Marine Adenak cult feels like it's a good time to come in to try and, like, I don't know if like the planters have some kind of alarm system or someone sees Wilton enter, but I'd like to see what Ad and that cult does in response to someone trying to muscle in on their territory.
Okay, nice.
Does Wilton Cox come alone or in a group of bolters? Like, is he leading like a group of bolters?
You can set that.
Yeah, you can set it.
All right. I imagine there'll be a whole heap of thugs rocking up. Some couple bolters, some like lags as well. Probably like a group of, say, like a dozen, half a dozen.
As you're walking through a farmyard full of like 8-foot tall mushrooms and various mushrooms of shapes and sizes and colours, some glow in the dark sitting on the roof. You see no real animals walking around, but just shrooms everywhere. It smells like spores. And then in the background, you see just a really basic mud hut. And there's a door made out of old mushrooms, or old, hard and brittle. And then out of this mud hut comes a man holding a shotgun with a beard down to his belly button and a hat that does absolutely nothing because there's no sun, but he's wearing his hat.
It's ironic.
Mud!
Yeah, what do you want, mate?
I've been sent by the abbot, and he's not happy you haven't paid up.
Look, mate, I paid my taxes to the government, and they're doing a fine job keeping those dragons away from my shrooms.
It's not round here at the moment. We're talking about the Dimber Dabbler's hand in his pocket.
Mate, me and my rifle right here, we don't care too much about the Dimber Damber. Yeah, I know the governor's not here today, but me and me boys in the backyard, they're around.
That little pea shooter's gonna scare us off?
Boy, mate, they scare off a couple of them dragons when the governor's a bit lax with their troop
You
rounds.
accidentally fire a shot off at your lass here. And he reveals one of the gang members he's brought is like holding, let's say it's your daughter hostage.
Whoa, the plot thickened real quick.
Sally, what are you doing? I told you not to wander off.
So what'll be? What's your choice? Either we take your girl, or we take some shrooms.
What's your price, mate?
I'm a fair man. Let's say 20% for the Dimber Damber as he asked, and let's say a couple crates for me and my lads.
Well, Sally, you're a strong lass. You know what's going to happen. What's your name, mate? You're just not an unnamed Dimber Damber, are you? One of them lackeys.
I wish one day I'll make it to level of the Dimber Damber. I've got my plans, but it's Wilton Cox.
Nah, look, mate, I don't think you realise what you're playing at. My daughter, she's a strong young lass. I don't reckon you can harm her well enough.
Oi, father, I'll smack him one good.
Oi, quiet down, Belly. But yeah, no, I reckon we might have to smack him. And I cock my rifle. I release the safety.
All right, Trav, do you think this is the time for...
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, are you a superhero? Please be a superhero.
Me.
Yeah. Adonak cold!
Is that how you hear
Well,
superheroes?
yeah, it's dramatic. Go on. You flavour it your way.
What's going on here? Ma, everything alright?
Yeah, we'll be writing shortly. These boulders reckon they can take a part of my crop.
Who's this bolter?
Well, his name's Wilton, I reckon.
Wilton. I've heard about
But you
you.
don't really need to know the name of a corpse, do you?
No, please. Go ahead.
Aye, pa.
Do my job for me.
Aye, pa, shoot him good.
Now, Adonak, I'm about to take a shot, but you reckon you got your boys are going to help out with my daughter? I'm a pretty crack shot, but if you're a more accurate one,
Oh,
I'm sorry, but can Wilton hear this?
Oh, he can. He's right there.
Oh, hang on. I thought we were like standing off for like 20 meters apart.
No, this is.
Are you whispering to him? Like, is he close to you?
I
Yeah,
assumed
it's like
he was
across
yelling
the
this
field.
across. I
It's like
assumed that they
pushing
could
the-
hear this.
Wilton like
Yeah.
standing at the end of the, like not too, like just in hearing range, yelling out to Madma, who's standing outside his little hut.
Wilton, I got 3 of my sharpshooters on the hills. You better stand down now.
Who's there?
My name is Corporal Colt, and this is our turf. So you best just move along, otherwise I might need to put some precision holes in those nice jackets of yours.
Oh shit, boys! The Marines are here. We've got a hostage. Don't you shoot? We'll take a life.
If you want to try me, we'll see who finishes this dance.
He gives a nod to the one holding the girl.
There is a shot.
Oh.
There is a gunshot. A sniper from the distance
And-
shoots through Sally.
Oh!
Oh,
killing
mate! You're supposed to be a
the
clean
criminal
shot!
behind.
Shit!
I believe my oath is I will never prevent a free colonist from being harmed.
What horrible person picked that oath? After I've taken a plug, just a pot shot at Wilton, I charge forward with my rifle. I'm hiding behind mushrooms against any incoming fire.
And we end the scene there.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, did you kill? You killed the girl.
Yes, he did.
No, it was through a right lung. It was just a clean shot through. Didn't hit the heart. She'll be right.
Yeah, I shot. Yeah. Look, well, that's something for us to discuss.
Hey, no,
later.
don't ruin my scene. You don't get to decide that.
Exactly.
Sully.
So wait, Trav, is she dead?
I like that you were true to your oath. She's definitely wounded, but the results are as yet inconclusive, based on the fact that we just finished the scene. Because
Nice.
he's
nice.
a sharpshooter, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that even though
it didn't-
even though you're an asshole, that maybe one of your snipers isn't.
Well, the oath says I won't prevent harm. It doesn't say that I just want to kill them.
I like that a lot.
So it could have been, through the shoulder.
Does anybody else have a scene or a question to pose about this story? Just remember to keep an eye on the details of our planet and colony as well, if you want to use any of those sort of things in there.
Ed Varford, what is he? He is a wrecker or a crawler? A crawler, so a ruined prisoner.
Yes.
I would like to see what happens when Captain Kensa Hats. No, sorry. The Captain Marines leads down the lag who was once a Marine down into the fire pit.
Yep, Shab Manon.
And Ed Varford is crazed living in the upper levels there.
Ooh.
Unless that is too much imposition on Ed Varford's character.
No, not at all.
That's what you do.
Awesome.
So who wants to take Shab Manon and act as that?
I've been in 2 scenes, so I think I will bow out for the moment.
So Travis or Levi.
I'm Ed.
Oh, then I'll be Shab Manon, the person that I personally assigned to go down to hell.
Now you have to live with those
Yes.
consequences, Trav.
All right, so in this scene we have Peter as Captain Kenta Hats marching, and some Marines marching Shab Manon down to the burning pit, and they come across Ed Varford. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
I'm a woman, aren't I?
What was the name?
Shab Manon.
Alright, so
I spit in Kensa's face, and I'm like, "You bastards! You can't do this to me. I don't deserve this."
Travis, is that you?
Shut up. I'm upset. I'm gonna have a drink.
question is my oath non-discriminatory, or is it a weaker man, like male mercy? My current oath is I'll never show a weaker man mercy. Is that non-binary? Can it be male, female?
I think it's like
A wicked person.
it's like
Mankind.
person, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mankind, man. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have probably thought about that before I spat in your face.
Kensa hats. He's got a, let's say, a mechanical arm. It's sort of just like he's lost his arm in some sort of accident.
Oh, are you serious?
Yep. Lost his...
Just like Spigs.
He's lost many limbs. Just because I like having cool, like, characters. I like someone. So he's got this. It's basically just a couple of. It's like a, those grabby claw hands. It's like that with like.
Like a claw
You know
game
those claw. Yeah.
that picks up stuffed toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the rubbish things. You know how you like pick up rubbish off the
Yeah.
ground?
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah. So it's like a spring loaded, but it's like.
It's like a mobility aid.
So he.
That's how I've always imagined Spigs. Are you sure you're not playing the same character?
No. Picks up Shab, so claw around the neck, lifting her up.
Oh.
She chokes in like in the grip, and he's got a mask on, like a breathing apparatus mask, and he opens it up. So he just like it's open on the front, like it's got vents and stuff, which he's spat into, and he opens it up, and you see his battle scar, ugly face inside. And Captain Hats goes, "There's worse things down in the pits, but better not mess with me, for I have faced death in the pits."
Yeah, you look like death, you ugly bastard.
He squeezes tighter on the grip
Kill me now, I don't care. I'm already dead.
and then throws you aside.
A pile of feces flies out from the darkness, smacking Captain Hats just on the shoulder, on the back, nowhere
He,
important.
like quickly like rotates around, like spins on the spot. Who
You
there?
can kind of make out a pile of dragon feces around, but there doesn't look to be anyone in the darkness.
He scans the area. Show yourself.
No one shows themselves.
He goes and like investigates, and he like leads Shab down like into the depths.
I was going to try and run away. All right.
Another pile of feces flies out from a dung heap, catching Captain Kensa in the face.
Oh, shit.
He like wipes it with his good hand off and goes, "Who the fuck is there? Show yourself, or
No one!
no one can't speak. Show yourself now."
No, I'm no one!
Can't argue with that.
He pushes Shab and goes, "Go grab them.
Go grab who?
Whoever threw that shit."
I don't want to touch that. That's gross.
It's okay, it's just no one here.
I don't want to touch someone that's flung poo at me. Do it yourself. I'm going to hell.
What?
Oh, I can take you to hell.
No one's here. Why are you here?
Oh, because I'm no one. No one important, that is.
What are you doing in the pits?
Oh, I can take you to the pits, sir, if you want. Oh, I'm like a charitable noble or some sort.
Good. Can you take me?
Oh, yeah, no, I can do that.
Because, he...
As long as you don't mind the smell.
Well, he smells like crap already, so... You know.
I need to ensure this one makes it down and does not chicken out.
Yeah, no, you got it, boss. You know, no one ever returns from the hellscapes. No one ever returns from the hellhole.
But another companion would not go amiss.
I run into the darkness and follow the sound of the voice.
All right. G'day, lass. My name's... Oh, actually, whispering. My name's Ed. But I'm known as no one by myself and all my friends, which are... There's no one.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, so what did you do?
Shh, lower your voice.
Oh, shh. What did you do, mate? Lass?
You smell worse than him, but can we get out of here?
Yeah, no, let's go. Just roll into that and you'll be right. And I push Shab into the feces. No, it's good. The dragoons can't smell you when you smell like their feces. It's all good.
Okay.
All right, let's go. And I pick up Shab after she's rolled in the feces a bit. Let's go. And I start skipping. Come on.
I pick myself up. I smell the shit on my hands and on my arms. I shake my head and I stumble into the distance behind our friend Ed.
Oh, so I'm looking for friends, and you look like you could be a friend, because as you know, I've got no friends, and I'm looking for some more. So I reckon I can help you out. You're one of them. You've just done something naughty, and they send you down here to die, didn't they?
I want to end the scene.
You can end the scene after you stop smelling like dragon dung. Come on, let's go.
If you're not sure how to end the scene, you can roll.
It's just straight control.
Well, it'd be savagery if you're using the ones on there.
Okay.
Me? I can do that. Do I roll all?
Anybody can.
All three?
No, you just act a savage way. Yeah.
There's a savage ending. Where
Yeah.
I said-
So Shab, I'll get you down to the hellhole, and you go and give me a favour back. I've got some throats that need cutting, and I really could do with you doing that. You look like you got a carrier of a soldier about you.
Shut up. Take me down to the hellhole. Bring me back alive. Then we can talk. I don't want to be a friend. You smell like crap. Shut up. Show me where to go.
And scene.
Alright.
We might be friends, by
Who
the way.
hasn't
I'm
done
just
anything?
I'm just trying to role play. Sorry, that felt a bit bad.
Oh no, you're good.
It's fine. Let's have a look here. Okay, so
what if I got one?
yeah.
Planter Madma.
Well, shot not. I've just been in the last two.
But okay, we do it after someone else does one then. Got an idea.
What were you thinking, Peter?
Mudma is like a bit smarter than the just farmer, maybe like half farmer, half like
Genius.
biochemist.
Farmer.
He's so
genius.
You saying farmers can't be smart?
He's
Peter?
so
That's
high
really
on
good.
all his shrooms, he actually is a
He's
genius.
discovered he has. Oh, actually, he doesn't. He got so he's done some research, but he's encrypted a file. Maybe he doesn't have to have Mudma in it, but he has delivered an encrypted message about the biochemistry to I reckon he sold it to the abbot. There's some message in the abbot. Oh no, sorry. So he's pushing up the ranks of the authority, but it's been intercepted by the convict. So say like the abbot or someone. Someone has picked it up.
Alright, yep.
Who? What about Jimmy Carlton? Is Jimmy Carlton getting in this? Yeah. She been in one?
No.
She hasn't, but she can't talk with the abbot because that's me. I'd be talking to myself.
Please go ahead. Please proceed.
Quality listening.
Is there a certain scene you want to add?
Maybe
A burning question you want answered?
What is there's something horribly wrong with the plant's biochemistry, and that was meant to go up the chain. So say, how about quick scene of
What if the
Mudma
mushrooms are getting infected?
makes up, or Levi's character makes up what the information he wants, and it's a talk between the abbot and the Dimba Damba of they've intercepted it, decrypted it, and they have this. And they want to know what they were going to do with the information.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
And it's meant to go to the governor.
Okay. So you want Levi to make it up?
Yeah. So there's something wrong with biochemistry of the planet.
All right. So the mushrooms aren't getting enough methane, and there needs to be a way to tap into the polar ocean made of liquid methane to revitalize the mushroom growth. So that's the secret information that I was trying to get sent to the governor. Going, we need to get more methane into mushrooms.
Is there a location of a methane pocket or something somewhere?
There was the lake, wasn't there?
Does it have that in there?
It's number 5 on our details, a frigid polar ocean. Yep.
Cool. I just want to know what I'm working with. Sweet. So there's we're not completely on the top, like all the convicts are not completely on the surface. Most of the convicts live in a place called Crawton's Crawl. It's from the colony details, an above ground warren of dilapidated shacks. Now, the Dimba Damba kind of lives in that complex, but his compound was dug out of the side of the cliff, and parts of the ship were buried underneath, and he lives in those parts of the ship, and then all of the shacks are built on top of it. So the abbot lives sort of closer to the surface, still in the same complex as the Dimba Damba, but like higher up, and he gets this report from one of Wilton Cox's boys. They were able to swipe it as as one of them fled Mar's farm. It was the only valuable thing he was able to bring back. That particular bolter that was there was able to bring back. He doesn't know if Wilton survived the fight, but he brought back this, and he thought it was, important. So the abbot has got it. They've spent time encrypting it and opening it up. He takes it to the Dimba Damba. His Leonard Colt is this really thin, emaciated looking man with slick back, greasy hair that he wrings out oils from the mushrooms, and he slicks back his hair, and his thin pencil moustache is there's sort of white little hairs growing amongst it, and white on the sides above his ears. He wears a robe, and it has like some of the tattoos that he has on his face painted down the front of it. There is one of a knife, and in the corner of the icon on the knife it says 26. There is an icon with a head with a hand over its mouth. It has number 12 in the corner, and there's a few others of like a fist and some burglary ones and stuff like that. And Leonard Colt was jailed because of being a serial killer, I should say, not mass murder. He killed 26 people, and he's climbing down this ladder really slowly down into like this boardroom that was on the ship where the Dimba Damba is. He walks in and he says,
Dimba Damba, my old friend. I've got some very important information. Something that could skyrocket you even further down to the core.
The Dimba Damba stands up straight. He was, as you often notice him doing, watering with a little spray bottle a few small potted plants, such a sign of opulent wealth in this colony.
Nice.
They're coming along beautifully.
Yes, they are. You notice, so we didn't talk about his tattoos before. So there are many tattoos. His face is covered in them. Two of them that stand out is one in the middle of his forehead is a man with his arms and legs outstretched in like a X shape, and his skin missing.
Nice.
But another one that no one has dared to ask him yet is of a dolphin's head with a single tear.
Frederick.
Leonard! How are you today?
Oh, absolutely wonderful, as always. Things are going well.
So you say that you want to send me down into the depths? I hope that you're not sending me to the Hell's Pit.
Not quite that deep, my friend. Just deeper down away from the scum and the shit we scrape off of our boots while climbing down the ladder into the comfortable warmth here.
So tell me about how we're going to do over our old friend Wendy.
Well, one of our boys, Wilton Cox, and a couple of his men were sent along to Mardmere, who's a local mushroom planter. We were going to, let's say, work something out and grab a little of the flat-topped and the spiked rim mushrooms for some of our uses. Anyway, things went terribly wrong, and one of Cox's men made it out without a scratch and carrying with him some very important information on this here tablet.
He slides the tablet across the table and takes a seat at the big board, the boardroom table. Rocks back in their chair a little.
Are you telling me that there was incompetence among our bolters?
Yes.
You say it went poorly. Is not this this area under the jurisdiction of the authorities?
It is, but Captain Sharp came to me and we thought it would be a good idea to try and capture some of these spiked-rimmed mushrooms, because you know how much the crawlers and the lags and sables like them. You boil them down and you get that blissful, mindless steam that comes from them, and they will pay almost anything to get them.
My friend, you know that I want the name of the bolter.
Yes, Wilton Cox.
Wilton Cox.
Can we leave it there?
ID number 1337.
We do need to talk about the
Yes.
The
yeah,
methane
this was relevant, but not.
You will notice on the tablet there, if you just press the document icon in the top right corner, that Mardmere has found that all of the mushrooms have been, well, they're not taking to the environment as well as they were when we first arrived. They're getting smaller. They've got less nutrients and potency.
I have noticed that.
Yes, well, it's because it's not getting enough methane. And he had his daughter and her friends run off, and they found a pocket of methane, an ocean of methane, as he describes it there, as you see. It's just waiting to be mined. And if we can get there first and set up a mine, we will have control over that which feeds the mushrooms. And mushrooms feed the colony. You see where I'm going with this, my old friend?
I do. The ones who control the mushrooms control the colony.
Yes, they do. And yet, that is you, my friend, you.
I will see to our expedition to the methane lake, but I would like you to talk to Captain Sharp, because this Mard and his acquaintances have to be dealt with.
Mard, not Wilton Cox, the bolter who failed?
He will be dealt with personally, but if Mard realizes this transmission has not gotten to the governor, he'll try again. We need to make sure he doesn't talk.
Very well, I've got somebody in mind. A sable that might be able to do a job for some extra rations or a favor.
Let them know if they perform their job with competency, that they'll be richly rewarded.
Very well, my friend. We have built something great here, and you leading us will take us deeper into the core.
End scene.
Good.
I'm sorry, I can't remember how to do the voice in the first scene or what it sounds
You
like.
sound like a
was
doddery
pretty
old
much
man.
Good.
You,
you.
did mention your hearing aid in the first one.
Well, that's actually because
Trav cut out.
when I was talking,
You cut out my one as well. I can hear it.
All right.
I thought it might have been me, but I'm glad it's Trev.
I think I would like to know what happens when Ollie is sent by the abbot to silence Mard Ma in some way, as Mard is going straight to the governor to tell them of the information that he found. Because he has just fled his farm after the battle there. The outcome is up to you guys. But on the way, he is stopped by Ollie Keach, who has been sent to silence him.
Ooh. I want to bring Jemmy Carlton into that.
You want to do? Okay, how? How do you want to do it?
He's got no authority with the governor. Just because she hasn't rocked up yet.
Who's Jemmy Carlton?
Who is she? She's my character.
Yeah, an emancipist.
So I don't want to.
Plant yourself in her own story. Yeah.
Yep.
So Mard's on the way to the governor with the information about the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what's just happened at his farm?
Shit. Okay.
So yeah.
And
Jemmy later.
Ollie catches up before he can get to the governor.
Mard is strutting, like quickly walking, with one of his sons, his second oldest son, and they're going up the mountain trail to the silo where the authority generally meets. He's not holding any visible weapons, except that you can see that there's probably a block, a hilt, a holster underneath his he's not rotting, but his decaying shirt.
Okay.
Which is also rotting. It's all right, but it's not great.
It's in spore form. Okay. So, I am walking down the hill from the authority. I am in some kind of captain's uniform, a person of authority within the authority, highly polished buttons, fresh boots, and I am marching down to them, and I see concerned citizens, and I say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Yeah, g'day. It's Mard, me. I'm here to see the governor.
Oh, Mard. Yes, the governor just sent me down to see you. I heard that you're on your way. I heard there was some trouble at the farm.
I'm going quickly. Come on, let's go.
No. Tell me, what's the problem?
Oh, you don't know the problem?
Well,
some of those bloody bolters came over to my farm and bloody shot up Sally.
Oh.
I think she's going to come through, but I've got to take this information. I've got to go straight to the governor.
Well, no, I've got that information now. I can take it back to the governor, but did you say that your daughter is gravely ill?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm no doctor. He got shot by one of those bloody soldiers.
Oh, no.
No bloody control.
Okay. Well, wait here. I'll be right back. I'll just go and tell the governor that you're here. And...
Yeah, no, if it's all right and well with you, I'm going to be following you up there.
Okay. Would you like to come with me? I can take you.
Yeah, no, let's go. All right? You got a vehicle?
No, we're going to have to walk.
All right, well, I'm going to run.
But you won't be able to get in without me.
Yeah, well, you're going to run along with me. Come on, chop, chop.
Oh, all right.
Bloody Marines. Shoot my daughter. Can't bloody run.
I didn't want this to happen, but I fall in step with them, I suppose. We're heading up the road.
It's a jog.
As we reach a bend in the road up to the hill in the authority, before they bend around and become in full sight of the wall, I basically take out a small razor blade that I have hidden in my jacket, and I try to slash at his Achilles to stop him running.
Oh!
Including the sun.
Oh, hang on, what have you got? A small blade?
Yeah, just a small blade.
I'd probably, I think that...
Because
if they're running up the hill...
I tried to talk around them. Yeah, okay. I go for the father, because obviously he's the bigger one.
All right.
As you slice through Mard's Achilles tendon, he drops like a sack of mushrooms and swears bloody murder. Oi! Bob! That bastard cut me!
Bob.
Who's Bob?
It's my son.
Peter.
Oh, Dad! What's he done?
Oi, get your cookery out! Get your knife! He cut me, the bastard!
I did not.
You come here!
Are you playing
I
dumb?
don't know what you're talking about. And then I
just-
dive off into
I'm stopping the
I
blood.
dive off into the bushes.
She's gone! She's gone, Dad! She's...
Who the bloody hell was that? They cut me! I can't bloody walk!
I'll carry her! Jump on my back!
Nah, jump! Bloody don't leave me here! Go tell the governor the information! Bloody hell! You and your useless daughter!
Bob just starts like
Oh man,
running
how
up
am
the
I gonna
hill.
do this? Am I just trying to do this on my own?
Apparently.
You were supposed to silence Mard in
Well,
some
he's
way.
bloody loud. And he's not willing to be reasoned with in any way.
Now
No
Bob's
way.
running up the hill.
Alright, I chase Bob the Builder.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I basically try and run and tackle him down before he gets around the corner. Do I make it? Oh, there's no dice in this, is there?
Yeah, there's no dice. You just tell
do
me. Do you make it?
Look, I dived off into the bushes. I have done my best to, but yeah, I think there's a right of reply from Mard at this point.
As Ollie chases Bob up, the non-binary, she's quicker. And it's a mountain path, and she shoulder charges Bob off the side of the cliff.
Oh yes.
Oh.
But this is all out of sight of Mard, so...
Okay.
And there's other people around, so it's... Oh, is there other people around?
No, this is...
Would that change what you did?
Would it be out of place if I say Adenak cult watched that whole thing
Yes.
and just did not get in the way of a free commerce being harmed?
Sure. Adenak Colt is there as he sees Ollie push a no-named civilian off of the path.
It doesn't know it's
Tumbling down.
Ollie. No, looks like somebody that is
yeah.
looks like dressed as somebody of
Soldier.
seniority within the
Marine.
army.
A marine.
Seeing that you are dressed in seniority in the armed forces, I simply just salute and walk off.
End scene.
Oh mate. Okay, cool.
So you still haven't silenced Ollie at all at the moment.
No, so was that like a fail for that scene for his
He's not
objective?
been silenced, but he didn't make it to the top. So who knows what'll happen next.
Screaming bloody
I would like to conclude what happens between that time. I think people start rushing out of their like homes in the mountains and shanties and stuff along the side, and someone attends to Mard and tries to patch him up. I think that's what happens, because if the corporal Adenak
What
cult,
if
he's
it's
there,
Carlton? What if it's Jemmy Carlton and Mard? Like Jemmy comes to Mard's
His
rescue, aid, and like brings him back to his like shanty out in the hills. I'm just thinking of a thing to do with that.
So what are we doing?
Peter?
Question is, what is?
He just trailed right off there.
I'm just looking at the
you just-
detail.
you just- did you nap again?
Micro nap. What is the cache of Crux antitoxins?
Maybe you tell us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a
Maybe. So we haven't got the backstory for Jemmy, do we?
no.
Oh, okay, I
We'll
got
figure
it.
out, Peter.
So, yep.
Can I just ask a question, like a mechanical question of Durance?
Yep.
So ages ago, we had to use the savage dice in order to end a scene.
Yeah.
Is that part of the countdown for when the game concludes?
No. So the game concludes when it's usually when enough people die equal to the amount of players. But I think we'll do half that amount.
So, okay, when 2 people die. Yeah, okay. Okay, and if someone breaks their oath, then they have to die, which is kind of part of the countdown. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Peter.
So, Jemmy rescues Madma.
Yep.
Jemmy is a former convict who is the only known person to survive the pits, and the pits aren't actually as crazy as people made it out to be, and the authority it actually to keep control of the threat. So basically, because they just got Captain Kensa hats to go and just kill someone down the pits, there's actually no fire-breathing dinosaurs. It was all a lie to keep control.
And I don't want to shoot that down too much, but I was hoping that our soldier turned Sable, who was sent down with the help of the crazy Ed Vanford, would be the first to come back up.
That's where that was heading.
Yeah.
That's where that was heading.
That was just in a narrative sense. Yeah, that's because if they come back up, then Ed has to perform these vendettas, these murderous, because that's how that scene ended.
I'll make it more generic. Okay, so
you can definitely have Jemmy was sent down there, and she's still down there. She just has not come back up. Everyone thought she was dead.
So Jemmy saves Madma from bleeding out, but for some reason hates the authority and Madma finds out that she has these antitoxins that actually become in this environment, have morphed into some almost deadly virus, and Jemmy was going to use that to harm the high authorities, maybe Kensa hats.
Okay.
In some form.
She'll never forgive the authority for what they've done.
Yeah, and you make up what Kensa hats did to you, and what you don't forgive Kensa hats for, or the authority. And yeah.
How's that linked in with the Madma?
She said, so Jemmy saves Madma, brings her back to the hut, and
radicalizes him or something.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you want to go. He finds out and how he reacts and what he does after Jemmy saved him.
How about I don't want to throw myself into a scene, but I think that happens, but Madma's recovering, and Adenak just witnessed an officer of his own murder somebody. He would have been there to see Jemmy take Mard in. So what if Adenak comes in and Jemmy has that conversation with Adenak as well? Because for some reason, they will never prevent the free colonists being harmed.
Oh, you mean he needs to figure out if he's actually going to stop this deadly virus?
Yeah. Because he's seen what has happened. He walks back down, sees Mard is injured and taken in by Jemmy, so then he comes in and he's just had an encounter with Mard. They obviously know each other from that conversation that they had at Mard's farm. I think it'd be interesting to have Adenak in there as well.
Yep.
Sure. One question on the breaking oaths.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a gotcha moment? You failed that? Or is it if your character has to act naturally opposite to his character in that sense?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just want to know.
So Jemmy's shanty, she's not in the big pile above the surface. She's along the mountain path that leads sort of closer down to the mushroom farms and then down to pockets of pools in the core and stuff like that. Her shanty is basically a shipping container that is half buried in the wall like a lot of others. She's got a curtain across there. Mard is in a recliner, an old recliner that's been taken out of the ship. It's covered in tears and has patches and stuff all over it that people have patched up over the years. Adenak walks in. Mard, he's injured. Jemmy says, "Corporal, is everything okay? Why have you come in here? Have I done something wrong?"
It remains to be seen. Why did you take this man from the streets?
Oh, the lass was just helping me. She fixed me right up, but I'm right buggered. Oh, you mind if I take a nap, Adenak? Oh, how's me daughter? How's Tally? I've got to take a nap.
Recovering, from what I heard, but I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, no, neither am I. But I still need my nap.
So, sidebar. Jemmy. Does anyone know that Jemmy is a walking like Ebola virus in a bottle?
I don't know, Peter. It's your scene. What do you think?
let's say the reason she was out here is she is like basically a leper.
Okay.
And is she the cache?
Yes.
Is she the cache of Crux antitoxins?
Yes.
Ah.
Of antitoxins, doesn't that mean she's helpful for people?
She was okay. So Cancer Hats or the Authority was experimenting on her, and the what was it? The antitoxins has actually become worse. Like they've gone completely opposite. Like it's gone wrong.
We need the enzymatic key.
Yes.
Maybe the antitoxins aren't a good thing.
I'll just
Okay.
read the details.
Okay, we can roll with
A
that.
cache of Crux antitoxins, inert or worse, without the enzymatic key.
Inert or worse. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. Let's roll. Okay, back into scene. Maud, you know what she is, isn't she?
What? Yeah, she fixed my leg up.
You need to get out of here.
Oh, man, I can't walk. This some bastard went and slashed me leg.
I cock my rifle. You need to get out of here now, Maud.
Oh, I'm going, you.
Wait,
Please tell me he gets the virus.
both of you, wait.
Get back, Jimmy. I put my hand out, my gun ready. Stand back, Jimmy.
Wait a
I
second.
know what you are.
I know you know what I am, but I've got something to tell you, my corporal.
I'm backing away towards the door.
I know what you are. I've seen it in your eyes. I've seen you turn the other way when us free folk have been bullied or worse by convicts and authority alike. And I know that you don't have love for us.
That's a lie, Jimmy. Don't make me shoot you.
Tina, do you remember Tina?
You shut up, Jimmy.
She told me, you know I used to have margaritas with her. We'd have a few drinks here or there every now and then. She told me what you said. What you
You shut your mouth. I shoot Jemmy.
Nice.
All right.
Her infected blood splatters
Yes.
on Adenak.
You've gone, you killed me! May you and your children pay! May they pay!
So did Adenak get the plague?
Scene
Oh.
end.
Scene end.
Did Mard get out in
Scene
time?
end.
I don't know. Can Ollie be watching from a distance, just being like, "This is going great"?
She like puts away the blade and then more sleep, and then reverse walks back into the bush.
just like whistles
Moonwalks.
down the street. Like,
Does anybody have anything else?
Any other questions?
that was
Any
all
other
pretty
questions?
good. Do we want to revert? Do we want to revert back to the trip down to the center of the earth?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's what, well. So my next thing was, how does Wendy react to the first survivor getting back up? Or are we gonna have a scene in the center of the earth, or are we gonna skip back to she's returned?
We can time jump. We can go back in time. We can go forward in time. It depends what you want.
I was just
Sorry,
saying
you go,
it'd be
Chuck.
cool for Shab Manon to have a short scene in the center of the earth or something like that.
Okay,
Who
cool.
was it? Was it a poo
So-
farmer or something? Was that, who was taking me to the center of the earth?
It's just Ed.
Ed. I like how these are two characters that like just don't exist.
And nobody.
I'm real. All right, so we're just having a scene with Ed and Shab in the center of the
Yeah,
earth.
can you start with some inane banter, please?
Just really quickly, because one of my characters died, I roll up another one just so I have two if we need somebody else to work with.
Yep.
Also, Captain in Kenza hats, has he just ditched them or what?
I ditched them because there's Trav.
Um,
I figured ditch them just because like you're not supposed to come back alive. So
yeah.
He
Why would the
probably,
captain- No, the
he
captain's
probably
left us.
waits. Does he wait for a while and then like they're not turned around?
Maybe he used to wait, Peter, but he knows no one's coming back up.
Like they could just stop around a corner and then turn around. Like
so Shab. So I was walking down here because that horrible bastard Frederick, the dimber dam, he sent me down here because I don't know, just cut his cigar wrong or I tipped him off. He just he just got pissed off at nothing. So he sent me down here, and I got to find a way to get some of that hard water. And I was running away from those dragoons, and then I was like, oh man, what? Say?
Ed.
Yeah?
You got a drink, man?
Oh, not on me right now, but I got a little holder of some of the mushroom wine. I wouldn't really call it wine, but yeah, no, I can get you a drink.
2 options. You can either
can
either get me a drink and you can keep telling me a pointless anecdote.
Oh, let's go get a drink. Yeah, no, I love what that's. Oh, I was running away from them dragoons. So come on.
Where can we get a drink in the centre of the earth?
Oh, well, I've got little hidey holes everywhere. Them mushrooms grow on you to stink a bit of that dragon feces. Then they mix right up.
Is it really made of poop? You just said dragon feces.
No, maybe.
no, maybe.
Well, yeah, no, come on, like you got to get some bits from somewhere.
Get what bits?
Well, just like I don't know, you put a little bit of poop in, and it's like makes the mushrooms all good.
I'm actually that desperate.
Here, yeah, no. So come this way. So we go to a hole, and in there's a few mushrooms. They're hollowed out to be like cups. And he grabs one of the larger ones and goes, yeah, no, this one, yeah, get this in here. Just take a little sniff first, and yeah. So anyway, pointless anecdote. Roll to the feces and dang into me.
Yeah, I just keep drinking until it's finished, and I say, let's keep going. Can we cut to the main entry cabin of the I don't know, the Red Dragoon or whatever you want to call the...
Shut up. None of your inane talking. You're talking too much. Shh. We gotta creep up real quiet like. They can't smell us. Shh. But they can still hear us. You got your bucket?
You're talking.
I said shut up.
Gosh, you're an idiot. Yes, I've got my bucket.
We creep forward, sneaking around the sleeping dragons, going towards the pool of hard water. Doesn't smell too bad. Most of the dragons don't really do their business in there. It's just that the guys smell super bad because of themselves, and they put their mushroom buckets into the water, and it's really not enough. Either way, hang on.
Do you think that'll be enough? Wait. Do you think that'll be enough?
Yeah, I reckon it's just like a rite of passage, because they never really tell you to go anywhere.
Okay. Let's do this. And we sneak around the dragon. Does anything happen?
I think one of the handles on the buckets breaks, and the bucket falls.
Can it
to
be
the floor.
Ed's bucket, please?
Sure.
Okay.
And you guys just see these dragons just lift their heads up from their slumber. You guys can go from there.
All right. You're an idiot, Ed. Let's roll. Let's get out of here fast. And we bolt for the cabin door as they start to awake from sleep. Let's say that they start lumbering after us. The jaws are open and snapping. I can see like the fire starting to build in their throats. We dive through the narrow passageway back into the thing as like fire like skims over the top of us.
You guys run. You guys run past Captain Hats. Yeah, you tell him the dragon's behind you. Turns around and shoots at them.
I think it takes days.
Yeah, we're too far in.
But okay. I think what happens is they come back to town, and Captain Hats is in his office, and he's just he has to watch over everything that's going on, and so he looks out of his window as he sees a big group gathering around on the side of the cliff, and he notices it's Ed and Shab.
Yeah,
with buckets.
With one bucket.
Yep. So we're there. We're strolling down the street.
Yeah, people are surrounding you, looking at the bucket full of.
I hold it up above my head for everyone to see.
People start cheering and shouting.
Good.
Shab, 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 Shab.
Not too shabby, everyone.
Shab.
Next drinks are on me. And then we all head to the pub.
Wait, Shab, I reckon next time we go down there, we should turn some of those pumps on that they keep breaking down.
Wait, why you...
Well, I don't know, there's buckets. I thought that was pretty intelligent. But yeah, no, there's pumps down there too that you've got to get periodically turned on. That's why they keep sending people down there. Not these bloody buckets. But you're a pretty cool bloke. Sheila, person, what are you? Nah, doesn't matter. Let's go get a drink.
I'm very open-minded, Ed. And then we stroll into the pub together. Are we hoping that at some point Captain Kensa might get wind of this and try and clean up his mess before Wendy hears of it?
Possibly. What does everyone think?
I'm going to end the scene. We've ended the scene.
Yeah.
We're in the scene.
I'm going to put a point of clarification. Buckets of water to get water out of a big hole is really daft. It's what you'd expect from a nut job. I think they're going to say that there was pumps down there that you got to turn on, and that makes a lot more sense. Not that Shab and Ed just did that, but that's what
you
can also be done.
I think it's I think it's just a death sentence. I think they just do that to give people hope.
Because we get our water. Oh yeah, because the hellhole is a more severe one.
It's kind of like when they threw people that they expected to be witches in fire, and we're like, if they don't burn, they're a witch. If they burn, they're a witch. You know, it's basically that.
Yep. All right. I'm going to set a scene for once. I would like Wendy and Captain Kensa Hats to be discussing the lack of control that's been plaguing this facility. One, the in broad daylight attack of one of their planters. And
don't cry.
The broad daylight attack of one of their hunters. The
farmers.
Yeah, farmers, planters.
Hold on, how did that message get to Wendy?
Oh, because that's public knowledge. It was happening in the street.
Yeah.
Wendy and Atkin, lack of control. Plans got attacked, and 2 outcasts and emancipists have just come back from a death sentence, which they should have died from.
Yeah, so that means that Mard didn't get silenced. It became public knowledge.
So the information that Mard had didn't become public knowledge, but the fact that he was attacked in broad daylight.
Oh, the attack. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, not the encrypted message. Yeah.
He still has that somewhere if he survived the disease.
Which we hope he doesn't. Which I hope he doesn't, because otherwise I'm stuffed.
So how does Wendy respond? How does Wendy accuse the captain of the lack of control in the
Captain
colony?
Get in here.
Where is here quickly? I want you, the governor.
On the silo. Up
describe what the silo is.
So the silo is a large cylindrical building. It looks a little bit like a termite hill, but at its peak there are some hollowed out sections that double up for windows from which authority can look out over the people and inspire both fear and awe. Wendy is pacing at the window, her arms crossed behind her back, her faded.
Is it opulent?
It's comfortable, but quite austere.
Does she have another screen with a pet dragon behind it?
Yeah, let's roll with it. So, but a small one. It's
a
more of a
dragon.
worm than a dragon proper.
A teacup dragon.
And it's it's growing restless. Maybe it senses that someone's come back from the core, I don't know. And she is infuriated, and she yells for Kensa to come in to her office.
Also, the lizard, it's like climbing up the side of the wall because they're subterranean, so they don't have wings, but they've got like their normal legs and then some spider-like appendages on their back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it is looming over the head of her, creating an imposing figure to threaten Kensa as he comes in. Captain Hats, report!
I am here. What is it?
Not that! I know that you're here, I just asked for you. What is going on out there?
Shab, the one I sent down to the pits, has returned with another, and water.
And whose fault is that? You were supposed to make sure that she didn't come back. You've embarrassed me.
No one ever comes back. They've never survived before.
Well, if no one ever comes back, what is she doing here?
I did as was asked. I sent her down the pits. What more do you want?
I don't know. I want results. You can't even keep control up here on the surface. What's this I hear about an attack in plain sight?
I was at the time away in the pits. I had no control over what occurred on your roads.
You're the captain of Marines. It's your job to keep things in control. I'm not happy about Shab rubbing her victory in my face. I'm not happy about the fact that people are getting attacked on my streets. I want you to go and fix it. Go and find Shab and sort her out.
As you wish.
Scene.
Nice. Okay, so we still have to move Mard and Adenak, so something has to happen with them. Something still has to happen with the methane pocket, the disease as well.
Well, do we want to... I don't know if we can somehow draw those two scenes together. Kensa Hat.
Nah, I don't think they come together.
Then I think we need to resolve the spreading of the disease. Does Mard catch the plague?
Does Adenak, Colt, and Mard finally make it to the captain to tell him of the pocket of methane, spreading the disease to the captain and the other Marines, and moving that information to the captain?
I think they do meet the captain. I think they do.
All right, so Adenak and Mard, still covered in specks of blood. Mard tells Adenak of the pocket of methane that his daughter Sally and her friends went off to find, or that they did find, and brought back information, and he's bringing the information about the mushrooms and the methane and all that sort of shit to the captain. The captain is just leaving his office, completely geared up in like riot gear to head towards Shab when Corporal Adenak and Mard arrive, like basically barging through the door while he's on his way out in his office, which was like the old bridge of the ship that was dismantled and is watching over the mountain pass where everyone lives.
Captain!
So this is Hats?
Yes, you're the captain here.
I am the captain now.
No, it's Captain Planet.
Captain! I call out as you're leaving.
Joy, what is it?
Captain Hats, I've got important information for you.
Oh, crap.
It's about the mushrooms.
We need to see the governor right away.
What is going on? Why are you both covered in blood? You cannot come to the governor in blood.
Oh, it's real important information, sir. It's got to get to the government right away. It's quite an economic boost that could happen, or could happen to someone else.
Tell me.
And if you could get a doctor or something to look at my leg, like it's not as bad as I thought, but still bloody hurts.
What's this information?
Alright, so mushrooms need more methane. We found some methane, but you got to pump it to the mushrooms, and we need to start building facilities and capitalize on this opportunity.
Where is this place? Where's the coordinates?
Like south? I don't know the bloody coordinates. Look, sorry. I pass on the exact coordinates.
X77, Y, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah. I've never checked that spot. It was a dangerous area. You cannot... The governor's...
Captain.
What's wrong?
Look, don't cough on me. I
don't feel good, Captain. I don't feel good at all. Adenak coughs, getting spittle on the half-robotic face of Captain Hats.
You need to get yourself stronger. Go find your own way. There's back to the doctor's quarters.
Thank you, sir. I'll go there right away.
Now you.
Adenak stumbles about 10 meters before collapsing.
Is it inside?
Inside of a lot of pedestrians who are being very kind and seeing
inside
what
of Hats.
Inside of Hats.
I feel like we might have unleashed something
What?
I know. This is like a huge tangent that's just going to kill everyone.
What did you encounter? Where did that blood come from?
I was one of the emancipists. Like she was one of the sick girls that.
Wait, you did.
Adenak shot her.
Not on the hill.
Yeah, yeah. It's all everywhere.
Shit.
Scene. Perfect. It ends with, oh shit.
Does Adamak die? Are we caught?
I
don't think it's resolved.
I don't think that it might be very contagious.
It seemed pretty fast. I would say pretty fast for you to collapse. Like, Jemmy, unless she's a carrier.
I'm also emotionally distraught.
Oh no, hold on.
Some crazy hermit up in the hills just told me that I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Told my deepest, darkest secret.
You won't feel bad at all. But so is Jemmy...
Mard didn't collapse.
Yeah.
It's just old...
He's exhausted himself in a gunfight and everything.
I know. It's exhausting watching civilians get killed.
Yeah, he's probably not dead.
Yeah, but maybe he's
I'm not dead. I just collapsed, man.
And taking more of the virus, probably. It was Jemmy just a carrier and not actually, like, kind of die from the whatever was...
Yeah, she's a cache. She's just a carrier.
Yeah.
So I would think that Anadak is probably dead.
I don't think he's died, right? Unless you want to skip to the skip further in the future for a scene where he is dead.
No, I think there's other things we need to resolve before. I feel we've just given ourselves a deadline.
Quite literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
But that there are many other interesting things that we can try to resolve.
I agree.
Let's do it.
Okay. Who's next? Does anybody else have anything?
So what are the other things that we needed to resolve before the play got released?
Okay. So what's not been?
Yeah. So what are the questions? What is the resolution of Ed Varford's promise from that savage conclusion to their first?
Yeah.
To their first meeting.
The slashing of throats.
Exactly. I want to know where that goes.
Which was that?
So it's Shabman and Ed Varford in the bar.
Yes.
And Shab's Ed's like, you gotta hold up your bargain now. You have to slash some throats for me that I asked for if I got you out of here alive, out of the pit alive.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How many people?
So my question is, what happens when they get back to the surface?
So we're already at the pub. Like, we've come back in touted as heroes, and we've entered the pub for a drink. So does Ed demand payment, or?
Yeah, that's the scene.
Okay.
That's the question.
The pub is rowdy with raucous, and two old Duke boxes are playing different songs on either side of the pub, but you can barely hear the music as everyone's shout talking and the place is packed. But there, at a corner table, Ed and Shab have been given drinks by fans almost as they've come into the pub.
I slap the bucket of mushroom water down on the table. I kick back with my feet up on the thing and I say to Ed, this is the life. No more poo. No more dragons.
No more dungeons.
No more darkness.
Yeah, about that. I should probably wash myself off. Hey, yeah. So hey, what do you reckon of this piss water they got up here? It doesn't taste too great. How'd you like my mushroom wine?
Distinct accents of feces.
I can't taste that for sure.
But I'm not gonna lie. I needed something you provided. Actually, you've been really good this whole time. I mean, other than the constant inane banter, you're not too bad, Ed.
Yeah, no. Cheers, chap. Cheers. And about inane banter, I crack my knuckles. So, I reckon you owe me a favour. There's someone who's wronged both of us, I reckon.
Who?
The Dimber Damber? Who sent you down there to that hellhole?
That was the governor, Wendy Atkin.
Oh, the governor too? Well, that's convenient.
I don't know. I reckon they're in it together. I'm not quite sure. I think it might be political, but at the end of the day, I think it lies with Wendy.
Yeah, well, those people at the top, they're always squashing us down below, aren't they?
They sure are. Why do you say that, Ed?
Well, I reckon you can get a knife, and I reckon you can start slashing some throats.
What? I can't get to the governor. I'm at
Well, what's your previous profession?
Yeah, okay.
I reckon you could clean yourself up, and I don't reckon any governor or any Dimbadam would be knocking back the one person who's come back from the hellhole.
I use my fame to get up alongside and then strike.
Yeah, and I reckon I might be able to find some bit of riffraffs around the area. People who are disillusioned with the hierarchy. Bloody Frederick.
Well, I don't know. Is the governor going to leave now? Like,
Mate, lass, I've just been in a hole for like ages. I had what? I know we can find out.
yeah.
Maybe we should talk around the bar, shake a few hands, say good day, and enjoy the ceremony of the first people coming back from the hellhole.
Fair enough. We ask around the bar, what do we find out?
You find out that the word has spread that Shab Manon has bested the hellhole and the dragons in the fire pits, has grabbed some heavy water in a bucket and wandered back up the mountainside with a strange man.
Good. I wonder if that's going to be enough to get me alongside the governor.
The first person ever to do it.
True. I wonder if I can encourage people, tell your wife, tell your friends, tell everyone you know.
Hide your wives.
We're gonna find you. That
I've got a
really
scene.
dumb.
I've got a scene. So
that Shab Manon wants an audience with the governor. I really don't care. I just want to drink and kill.
And I'm shaking people's hands, high-fiving them, and I don't smell too bad. It just smells musty now. So people aren't horrified to have a drink of beer
It's
with
a gentle musk.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
can I? I got an idea. What part of the principle of going down in the pits and you're coming back was to atone for your crime, and it was written down to be like publicly the governor had to in an assembly on the assembly platform. There was a assembly platform.
Yeah.
It was death or go down the hellhole.
Yeah, but the assembly platform was where you would come back to, and the governor would have to give you a public reprieve, exoneration.
Yeah, the assembly platform / the gallows, it's where they give your life back or they take it from you.
Yeah. And the governor has to be
Yeah,
the one
That,
to do
that,
it.
that is like ancient law or whatever for like the place.
Cool.
So you want that scene?
So I think that scene. So
is the question, what happens when they meet
yeah,
at the
so it's like a
gallows?
public scene, and what happens when Wendy has to then approach Ollie
Shab.
Shab. And give like a public honoration.
Yeah.
Like maybe like not a medal, but you know what I mean. Like has to maybe can we put in multiple details where she has? There's actually a tattoo rig. So there was she has to be able to press the button to remove your tattoo. What do you call it? You're gonna get rid of the tattoo.
Laser removal.
Maybe it's a custom-built device, carefully packed in its own protective crate.
Yes.
Oh, for the first survivor.
For the first survivor.
Yeah, good. I feel like I'm going to be talking to myself in this scene.
This is when. Oh shit.
I
Maybe.
mean, I'm
maybe
happy to
it's
give it a
true,
go,
it's
but
true.
I'm not
Well,
great
Maybe
with voices.
Wendy is there, but the Dimber Dambler. Should we make the Dimber Dambler or maybe hats? Like, because obviously, like maybe Wendy doesn't have to. She's there, but someone else has to do the give the part. Can we make it the Dimber Dambler?
I don't think Wendy needs to talk. I think Wendy will need to like talk to the crowd, but she doesn't need to talk to
Shab.
The captain. The captain has to give across the
Okay.
Captain Hats. Wendy is there in the background talking to. Does some sort of speech.
I'll address the crowd first.
You address
So
the
how about
crowd.
we start with that, and then we can flavour it with the
Hats.
Kensa hats.
But Shab is
Yeah.
near as within reach of Wendy.
So there's the main stage, a massive crowd before them. There's the gallows in the background or off to the side.
and some motivational music, trumpet sort of fanfare playing as Wendy finishes up her speech, saying...
And that it got too public, and there was no way to take Shab out before it got...
I get it. Yeah. So we have to play nice and we have to follow the rules. I think that's where the I'm not going to abuse my power will come in. So I address the crowd and I say, look, you know that I am a fair and reasonable woman, that I do not go back on my word. Shab Manon has returned. It's like, woo, we love you, Shab! Woo! Shab up! No, Shab has returned as no one has before her, and therefore we must recognize that and celebrate that as a colony. And as your benevolent leader, I think I shall be the first to say, well done. Well done. And I sit down. Captain Kensa Hats approaches.
with the case.
He approaches and gives... Has he got like a microphone or something? He's got just the crowd or...
That's up to you, Peter.
Part of the code, there is the first to survive, the first to honorate their unlawfulness. This package is for them. He then steps down from the podium and then approaches Shab with this. It's about the size of... It's flat. So not too not flat, but like it's like very wide, very slim case. And he passes you. The inside is some sort of device, and you get to decide what the device is.
Gosh.
Trev, up to you. What would be the reward for the first person?
A live grenade.
It's hard because, like, obviously, if the governor is the one conferring it, it's not gonna be anything that's going to overthrow their power.
Yeah.
But perhaps, I know, I got it. It's like a general's lapel, and that person gets elevated to the head of the Marines forces. And gets to take Captain Kensa Hat's job, and then he gets sent down to the pit. And Atkins has to be the one to, like, put the lapels on her and then publicly shame Captain Kensa Hats and send him down.
Nice. I think what happens is
maybe even opens a lever and it just drops him out.
Please, Captain, please stand to the left. Just a little bit.
when Shab opens the case up and sees the lapel in there, Lieutenant Delvin Jax of the Marines walks up with this this sort of looks like a hand scanner, like at the they use it what do you call it, like when you go to a shop, and she puts it up to Shab's tattoos, and Delvin pulls the trigger, presses a button, and you see the tattoo just like burn away to leave like fresh skin underneath, removing the tattoos from Shab's face. Lieutenant Delvin then salutes.
Shab Manon awkwardly salutes back, turns around to face Captain Kensa.
Can we get Wendy to remove Captain Kensa's hats, like his captain's cloak? He has it's pinned to his shoulder, like he's got this cloak, and she removes that and then drapes it around Shab.
And then he goes through the platform. That's very important to me. With a lever. I want a lever.
She flicks the lever, and then our hat falls into the abyss.
Oh, good. And his hat is left behind.
Because hats?
Yeah.
That was ironic.
He had
Yeah.
multiple hats.
What is the thing? As the question is, what happens when Wendy cloaks Shab and she's meant to seek revenge with Ed?
I mean, it could go. I mean, she's just been made the general of the forces. This could be the perfect time for a coup. Remembers the fact that she was the one that sent her down to the pit in the first place, and I don't like it. I don't like the revenge angle. I feel like she was put down there because she was a drunk. Like it wasn't unjust or anything, and she doesn't have any oaths. So
Yeah.
Oh, she knows.
Funny how she had no character to begin with and has become the most pivotal, the most important character in the series.
that's what I do. All right, I spin
awesome.
flax into gold. General Shabmanan, and in
So General Shabmanan is there. Kensa has lost his place. He's fallen down this shaft which drops down to
the mouth of the pits. Yep.
So in a scene, we just see Kensa Hats like picking himself off the ground as he just sees all these dragons start to slowly move out of the darkness around this pool.
And then
We see Adenak Colt laying in bed, sputtering blood. Who else was there? Mard Ma is also in a bed, coughing up blood.
And his daughter comes to visit him.
Yeah, his daughter, she's got a bandage around her arm, comes to visit him. What else? Who else? Frederick.
He's just watering some plants and looking at plans for a mining operation at the Methane Lake.
Yes.
Does Leonard come back with more news of this outbreak of plague? Do you want that scene or not? Or just leave it there?
Before the captain could tell Wendy, he was sent below.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. The two other guys that know information about the mine are dying in bed. I think what Leonard Colt is doing is there is a Wilton Cox and Ollie Keach both strung up by their ankles hanging upside down, and they're bleeding from multiple wounds all over them as he's like wiping off a knife. He walks over to a tray of like grey powder and snorts it through a straw. I think it ends with Wendy looking out the window and Shab looking out the window, like sort of behind her, over her shoulder.
and she sneaks a drink from under her cloak.
But outside, and Shab looks down and notices an Ed Varford standing on the side of the mountain. It's starting to snow. He's just looking up at her.
Ed's got a nice new tattoo just over his left eye. Picture of a bucket and a dragon crying into the bucket.
Good.
And then he motions towards his neck, slicing his fingers across.
Yes. That's exactly how. That's
Do you
beautiful.
think that's it?
That's
right?
poetic.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so that was Durance. Usually we'd have to have a lot more sort of deaths and movements up and down the rung, but like you can see how people move up and down. You know, Kensa Hats fell away. Shabmanan was a nobody who is now like the general of the Marines. We didn't really get into breaking many oaths. I don't know how we just didn't pose questions.
Sometimes
I
it
guess,
happens, sometimes it doesn't. I think it has to happen within the conversations.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, that was really awesome. That was fun. It was good that we didn't have to really roll the uncertainty dice often. We all sort of figured out a scene. We only used it once. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. If anybody listening wants to check out Durance. If you just search up Bully Pulpit Games, that's BULLYPULPIT Games. They're the people who make Durance. There's some links there that you can download, some materials that will help you. Otherwise, if you go to Drive-Thru RPG, you can buy it from there. It's about $20 for the digital version, or you can go to your local game store. Like to support those guys, and then head down there. They should have a copy of it. I know if you live in Melbourne that the Mind Games in the city, both of them, I believe, have a copy of Durance. But if you want the PDF, it's a little bit easier to read sometimes. You can buy it from Drive-Thru. Yeah, thank you for downloading this and listening. Thank you for telling a friend. Thank you for being my sock puppets. Sometimes I just put the podcast on in another room with all my sock puppets and they listen. All my sock puppet friends. Anyway.
The weirdest outros that you've done.
I thought you were going to say that we're all sock puppets and you're a really good ventriloquist, but yeah.
No, I just have a group of sock puppet friends. There's Maggie, there's Donnie.
I don't want you to
Timbo,
humanize them by telling me their names.
Shab Manon.
Okay, sorry. There's Shab Manon. There's Polypopoplicaduknis.
Got the internet? Like websites? We've got one of them. www.beyondthedice.com.
Check out our Instagram.
Whoa! That's my name there. Still,
what are you talking about?
You're in the wrong sheet, mate.
Oh, I'm looking at the Tree of Chai.
Yes.
Yeah, right. We're stuffing around. You can check out our website and check out our shop and buy some t-shirts. They're pretty good.
Our Instagram is pretty fun. Ben and Luke take lots of pics of minis. They are superly, awesomely painted. If you like them and other cool, nerdy stuff, check it out at Beyond the Dice.
Also, check out our Facebook. We post schedules, and when we release new episodes, we put it up there. So check it out.
When we don't?
Don't we?
No, when we don't release
when we don't release it, we'll let you know from there. So, you got Facebook. Check that out for all the news and updates about what we're up to. So that's at Facebook / shit, I actually don't have the run sheet up. I was trying to
Facebook.com.
Dude, just go into Facebook and search up Beyond the Dice. No. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do it myself on the podcast right now. Go to Facebook and put in the search Beyond. Oh, it's loading. Shit.
Oh my
Beyond
gosh.
the Dice. Right there. Just put in Beyond the Dice. Click on it, and it's Beyond the Dice. Go do it.
All right. If you've got some time, guys, I think the best way that you can support us, other than listening, would be to give us a review wherever you download your podcast. That would be great to help us grow our listener base and to reach more people and tickle their earbud holes with deliciousness.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone once again. I hope you enjoyed Durance. Go and support Bully Pulpit Games. They're awesome game designers. They've made another bunch of games that are all roleplay based like that, and you don't really have to roll dice or anything to determine things. You sort of just go along and collaborate as a bunch of friends and or enemies.
Frenemies.
To tell a story. Frenemies. Well, from the other side of the galaxy, from a lovely planet called Amur 6 in the Corrective Colony 14, good night.
And good luck.
Shabmanon rules.
Love you guys. Night.
Good night. And watch out for those dragoons.
And scene.